Good morning, children. I am Sangeeta here before you to share a present scenario. What is going on in the present world? Can you say what situation we are here in the present situation? How we are? Yes, exactly. We are in the lockdown period. What is going on throughout the world? Yes. Yes? Yes, exactly. It's COVID-19 going on. But what is that COVID-19? What are we facing today? What situations we are around? What are going on around us presently? How we are passing our days? This all is important today. It is connected to our today's topic. Presently, what situation is there? Can you guess and say? Exactly. It's totally like war situation. War. That is bio-war, bio-weapon, you can call it, which is going on. So today's topic, if we relate, social studies, 10th class, we have part 1 and part 2. Part 1 deals with geography and economics. Part 2 deals with history and civics. So today, I want to share with you the topic of the world between the world wars. It's a 12th lesson in your textbook. The world between the world wars. What happened in the world between the two wars? What is the meaning of war? First let us know. What is war? Can you say the different meanings of the war? What does war means? Yes, children? Try to give different synonyms of war. Yes, exactly. War means fight. Okay. Next, conflict. Yes, you can call it as conflict. Next, still anyone can try. Yes, you can even say as a battle. Exactly. Revolt. Yes. We have different meanings of the war. War. So, this period, the world between the world wars, when did the two world wars occur? We have faced two world wars in the world. That is, the World War I and World War II. Can you say when the World War I started? The World War I started in 1914 and ended in 1918. And the World War II started in 1939 and ended in 1945. So in these two periods, how was the world? That is, from 1900 to 1950, what did we face in the world? How was the world between these two world wars is what today we are going to learn. So before we go from 1900 to 1950, let's know about the history. What happened in the history? If you see from 16th, 17th and 18th centuries till 19th centuries, can you say who were ruling us? Yes, exactly children. The kings were ruling us. Empires were there. The people were under the control of the kings. And if you see the European history, the kings and the emperors used to think that they got it from a divine right. That is, monarchy was going on first. Which rule was going on, children? Monarchy. Who were there? The kings and emperors were ruling. And they thought that they got that right, that is divine right. What does it mean, divine right? They think that this right they have got directly from the God. They are the mediators between the God and the people. And they made the people to think in such a way that whatever the king says, they have to follow. And this scenario, people started changing. A big transformation came into the world. People were suppressed under the king's rule. Later, they wanted some change. They needed some change, some transformation in a society. Before we go to that, let's see how people have revolted. When they were under the king's rule, a revolution started in 17th, 16th and 18th centuries. Revolution started. If you want to recollect the 9th class, you have certain revolutions in your 9th class. What are they? Let's rewind once. We have three great revolutions which we have studied in the 9th class. That is, Glorious Revolution, American Independence and French Revolution. When do we revolt? Revolutions happen. How do revolutions will happen? When do people revolt? When you are not happy with certain things. When you are suppressed under someone, you revolt. If you take your class example also, when you fight with your friends, when you are not satisfied with them, when you have some conflicts among yourself, you fight among yourself. In that way, one country and other country also will have conflicts when certain situations are there between the two countries. So these revolutions also brought, and people mindset has changed by seeing this revolution. Especially the French Revolution has changed the entire world way of thinking. People were looking toward the French people, how they were revolting. If you go to the French revolutions, once let us recollect how the French society was divided. The French society was divided into three estates, that is noble, clergy and the common people. You have already studied about that. Clergy and noble people were enjoying all the privileges, and only the common people were suffering there in the French society. Whereas 90% of the people belong to the common people. All the 90% people are from common, they go for agriculture. And remaining all the privileges, they used to do hard work. But who are enjoying the privileges here? The noble and clergy are enjoying the privileges. The people are the sufferers, the common people. They are paying the tax. Total tax bearers were the common people. The first and second estate people, they never used to pay any tax. Whatever privileges are there, they used to enjoy a lot. Then this made a lot of transformation of the common people. They started thinking, why we need to do hard work? Why not we are enjoying the privileges? They even don't have the right to vote at that time. Only nobles and clergy were having the right to vote. All the citizens were not having the right to vote also. Then people started revolting. Revolt. When do we revolt? When we want something. When we are suppressed under someone, we revolt. Then this French Revolution is the greatest revolution in the world history, where the mindset of the people has been changed. They started looking, all the world were looking towards the French Revolution. They got inspired by the French Revolution. You can see such revolutions in many other countries also. Before we go to that, the lesson. And next, when these all revolutions started, there was an end for the monarchy rule. Monarchy rule was end, and people were aspiring for democracy. What is democracy, children? Democracy. Democracy means what? Demo. Demo means what? People's rule. Democracy is nothing but people's rule. They wanted a representative who has to rule them from the people. Before we go to the world, what happened in the World War in 1900 to 1950, we need to know certain terms. I want to ask you, what is capitalism? Capitalism? What is the meaning of capitalism? Can anyone say, students? Yes, capitalism means all the resources are under the hands of the rich people. The land, the factories, everything, which is under the hands of the rich people, not into the hands of the government, is called as a capitalism. Then, what is socialism? Socialism means everything is in the hands of the government. Next term is nationalism. What is nationalism? Nationalism means feeling proud of our own country, our own nation. We love our own country. That is a nationalism. Why I am going to say these terms, meanings means I am going to use these words. Before I use these words, you have to know what is the meaning of certain words. That's why I am here. So this all these wars happened, the revolutions happened. Then why the wars has happened in 1900 to 1950? Two world wars happened. What was the reason? When people were happy with their own country, they were earning, there were a lot of transformation in the society. Then why there was a war between themselves? These all change happened because of the Industrial Revolution. What is that called as? Industrial Revolution. What is this Industrial Revolution? This Industrial Revolution is started in Britain. Britain was a very developed country, and they started industries, and Britain is called as a workshop of the world. In Britain, lot of industries, and they started producing many products, and it is called as a workshop for the entire world. Entire world was looking to the Britain. It is a workshop for the entire world. Everything was produced in the Britain, and in this way, when Britain started developing, economical growth was there in Britain. The other Western countries, I'll show you in the map what are the Western countries. Not only Britain, by looking to the Britain, the other countries like France, Germany, Spain, Italy, USA, these countries also started developing themselves. They too started industries. Children, you know, when there is a lot of competition, what happens? In the class also, when there is competitive spirit, what happens? Exactly. You feel jealous on each other. Hatred starts among yourself. A same scenario was happened even in these developed countries also. When Britain, USA, France, Spain, Germany, Italy, they started developing their industries, they started developing their nation, they started economical growth. When a competition was arise between these countries, every country want to show their superiority, they are the number one. They want to show to the world that they are the number one in each and every field. Lot of competition was there. This is a main reason. This competition created hatred and jealous among each other, because everyone wants to be the superior. This led to the 2 world wars in the world. That is from 1900 to 1950, 2 wars happened. That is what we are going to learn in this lesson. So, Eric Hobsbawm, 20th century, Eric Hobsbawm said that in 20th century, Eric Hobsbawm, what happened in the 20th century? Let us know. Eric Hobsbawm is an historian. He called the 20th century as ages of extreme. Why did he say it's ages of extreme? You know the meaning of extreme? Extreme means everything is extreme only. Means 3 great things happened in this 20th century. What are they? Great expectations, great experiments, and Great Depression. 3 great things happened. Great expectations, great experiments, and Great Depression. What is that? Everything has happened. What changes has happened in 20th century? He is an historian. He studied to the world and he said that it's in ages of extreme. So what happened in 20th century? First let us know what was the population at that time in the 20th century. At that time the world population was 1.6 billion. What is the population, children? 1.6 billion in the 20th century. And when industrialization, as we have discussed, because of the industrialization, there is a lot of economic growth in the western side. Only the western countries have developed their economical growth. That is the second point. We have to know that because of industrialization, economic growth was there. All the western countries have developed a lot and economic growth was there in the western countries. Then all the people, science and the technology has developed. Science and the medicine field, lot of experiments have done in the science and medical field. As there is lot of development in science and medical field, then they came to know about life expectancy has increased. Life expectancy has increased and new form of art like movies have emerged. New form of art like movies have emerged and literacy level has increased. Literacy level has increased. People were all educated now. Literacy level has increased and more than 100 nations work for freedom. independence. That is, more than 100 nations were seeking for freedom. Then, let's see, 1.6 billion population was, industrial growth was it, science and medicine field was increasing, life expectancy has increased, new forms of art like movies has came, literacy level has increased, more than 100 nations walked through the freedom, and women got right to vote, and world economy has collapsed. And the two great world wars has happened in this 20th century. That is from 1914 to 1918. 1939 to 1945, two great world wars happened. World economic collapse, that is a Great Depression. That's why Eric Hobsbawm said that 20th century is called as Great Expectations, Great Experiments and a Great Depression. Let's go to the depression. Depression means what? Economy. Economy means the world. The value of the money has been decreased. That is called as a world economy. Totally the world economy was collapsed. If you see the present scenario also, factories are shut down. World economy is collapsed now also. This we will discuss in the next class. Before I hope you have enjoyed this class, children. Before I wind up, I want to give you an assignment. Children, before I wind up, I hope you have enjoyed this 20th century and you understood better in the 20th century. If you have any doubts, you can contact me on my email ID. And before we end this session, I want to give you the assignment. Why Eric Hobsbawm called 20th century as a great expectation, great experiments and great depression. I well know that you all know this answer perfectly, but once again you write it and send me to the mail. One more question, list out the world map, all the western countries. You have to point out in the world map all the western countries. Thank you children, have a great day. Thank you.